Police rioters violently clash in Paris after police allegedly kill Algerian teen. So riots that raged across Paris on Monday continued into Tuesday after a 17-year-old French Algerian teenager was allegedly shot and killed by a police officer. Police and rioters clashed in the cities of, I'm guessing, Lille or Lille, I don't know, Lille and Toulouse. Violence also erupted in Amiens and Dijon and I don't know, I don't know how to say these words. Essonne, I don't know. Cars were torched in the Parisian working class suburb of Nanterre, and protesters shot fireworks at police. Shortly before midnight, a trail of overturned vehicles burned as fireworks fizzed at police lines and Nanterre's Avenue. Pablo Picasso Reuters reported. So here's the video. Let's see. Honestly, I'm curious. Where do they get the fireworks? Do they just have these things? They had to get them from somewhere. How do they always have the same tactics? The same thing that they had during the George Floyd riots. I can never say his name. George Floyd riots. Same shit. Fireworks, wearing all black and all that shit, putting everything on fire. I don't want to say I don't understand, because I do understand. I know how that shit works. But still, how is this just a thing? They just, I'm guessing this is the video. Is that the video? A policeman killed an Arabic driver who refused to cooperate. The driver was 17 and not allowed to drive. Passenger was black. Nanterre, just outside Paris. Riots have now started.
Oh putain.
And then he crashed.
Oh putain. Chaud.
Even though it's kind of weird how he just shot in the car, but I mean, I don't know how that works.
Il est mort, wesh.
I don't know what she's saying.
C'est fini. Eh, c'est fini pour lui. Je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'il a fait, mais c'est fini.
And of course, then you have George Floyd style riots. So let's go and see how things are going over in France, huh? Because all this should look familiar. All the same, except it's kind of like this police, the policey. Is that how they say it? I don't know what to say. The police took some time to get out there. It's like they did not come out immediately. Just burning everything down, per the usual. Let's see what else is going on, right? What else is going on over there? More buildings being burnt. This is what diversity looks like. This is what diversity looks like. Burned buildings and cars and riots and looting and destruction. Mayhem. Death. There were more videos that I definitely just didn't have time to put up there, but there was definitely one video of apparently a French person who was beaten and had his hands chopped off because he was trying to, I guess, from what the caption said, he was trying to protect his vehicle from being put on fire. So they beat him and cut his hands off. So, yeah, that diversity. When they say diversity is our greatest weapon, I don't think they mean what exactly you think they mean. I think they're telling you the truth, but it's not exactly what you are thinking when they say it's their greatest weapon. I think this is what they mean when they say it's their greatest weapon. Like, literally. This is exactly what they mean as their greatest weapon. They have a bunch of, these type of individuals that are in there, and now, hey, all they have to do is light a match, and all of these individuals will then come out and start destroying and killing people. What is that? Was that a car? Are you having an asthma attack, dude? Like, what the fuck? Maybe you are. I don't know. This is apparently French rioters have desecrated a Holocaust memorial. Martyrs of the deportation in Nanterre, covering it in graffiti. So for all you people who are like, oh, the Holocaust is bad, and, the Jewish people that, all that stuff, I mean, wonder what y'all are saying about all this. Just curious. I'm curious. Why are there two white people talking to this black person? Oh, did they take the flag down or something? Oh, yeah, they're trying to take over the country. Oh, and he's trying to light it on fire. He's trying to light it on fire. They've literally came and destroyed the country from the inside. Now they're literally trying to burn the flag of the country that they quote-unquote immigrated to for whatever non-reason, because clearly they aren't doing it for legitimate reasons, and they're trying to overthrow it. Literally. Literally. More police running down the street while things are on fire. And the fact that there are just people just kind of standing around taking pictures and photos. I mean, do y'all understand what's going on? I don't think they fully do. They're probably just like, oh, it's just a riot. This is just property. But I'm pretty sure places that are being burned, it might be your property, it might be their property that they're going to have to pay for afterwards. But it also might be buildings that they need to go shopping for food or to use. This is actually an interesting one because I could have sworn you're not allowed to have guns over there in France. Am I wrong? I thought it was like no guns allowed in France. I could be wrong, maybe. I don't know. So how are they getting these guns if guns are illegal? Like, are they getting them from somewhere in America? Maybe must be swimming across the ocean, I guess, to get these guns from one of those red states. Clearly, that's the only way they could have gotten these guns. I don't see any other way. Don't see any other way. Clearly, damn. Damn. What else do we got? Come on. Oh, wow. This is the middle of the day. I wonder how many of these people are the part of the rioters and how many of these people are just random people. And to be honest, though, this is not the same as the George Floyd riots, the Summer of Love. Of course, there was a lot of burning and destruction and looting and rioting. But the difference is, the George Floyd riots were just fucking dumbass black people and Antifa. This is immigrants and Antifa. And probably also black people that are in France. But mostly the immigrants, right? Mostly the immigrants. And if you kind of understand that, then you'll probably see where I'm going with this. Now, as you can see in this video, Macron doesn't give a shit. He's like, the country can burn. Because that's what his point was. He doesn't give a shit. That's the whole point. He's got to have the country be destroyed so that some more power can come in. But anyways, apparently the mother The mother of the kid who was shot, this is her a few days or a day afterwards. She looks so distraught. I mean, look at her just getting on the motorcycle and revving it in pain because kid was killed. She doesn't even look that old. I don't even know if that's actually her. Maybe this is not actually her because I don't know. I can't see her face. I don't even know what she looks like, even though I did see her face. I don't know any of these people. But yeah, let's see, right? Let's see, shall we? Now this straight looks straight up from a movie, like from some kind of Gotham City clip, something that you would see from Batman. That's pretty fun. But now, right? Oh, I had this in there twice, but I don't know why that was in there twice. In America, they're allowing just people, they're cutting the wires. So shocking. Watch, a Border Patrol agent cuts open a razor wire fence to allow illegals entry into the U.S. Texas placed the wires down after the federal government refused to act. Is the Biden admin working with migrants to break U.S. law? I mean, he's been doing that the whole time. Like, the fuck? He's literally just letting them in. Just letting them in. Working with the cartels. Letting them in. Hey, everybody, just come on in. How long until this happens here where some Mexican illegal is shot by a police officer? And then what happens? Oh, all the Mexicans are going to start looting and rioting and shit. All of them illegals are going to... Yeah, I mean, if America hasn't learned from the first Summer of Love, and they don't bring that Second Amendment on out, then y'all in service. I mean, I'm not going to be with it. But hey, funny thing is, let me read this real quick. Allahu Akbar, France. Imam brags. I'm just going to let it play, actually, because you can't really understand it. I can't understand it. But Imam brags, France will become an Islamic country through jihad. The entire world will be subject to Islamic rule. The French will convert to Islam, be forced to pay jizya poll tax, or be fought against for the sake of Allah. In 2017, France silenced my warnings by banning my Twitter account, dismissing the major concerns I raised about the perils of their open border policies. Now, as I have forewarned, these concerns have materialized and the country is facing the consequences of being conquered. They tell you their plans. When will you start to believe them? Yep, they sure fucking do. And not only that, but apparently Netflix. Take a look at what's going on in France. They always tell you first, as the previous thing said. So nearly a year ago, Netflix released its initial trailer for the film Athena, about a future civil war that commences when African and Arab immigrants begin rioting after an Algerian youth is shot dead at the hands of the police. Fast forward to today, and the events of Athena are taking place before our very eyes. Let's just watch this little thing. Wow, Netflix once again doing the shit. Now, I believe there was a post down here, right? Let's see. Funny how that always happens. Observer operating. It's called okay, right? But they're doing the product advantage. Honest question advantage of. Oh, another part. Literally the week ago, I just turned check it out. Let me see. Here it is. So somebody asked, tell me how it ends. In the final scene of the movie, a man in a van is shown recording the beating of Eater, I guess that's the person who was shot and killed in this movie, which is later posted on social media. The policemen are revealed to be far-right instigators in disguise. They enter the van, drive into the woods, and burn the uniforms they had worn, revealing that the beating was a deliberate attempt to incite racial unrest. And it's funny how it's always far-right, though. Yeah, the far right. It can't be anything else. You gotta demonize the other side because, totally. It's not Antifa, even though I guess you can just say Antifa or whatever because they call them an idea. They're just an idea. They don't exist. They're not real. Of course. But then, of course, the main thing that everyone should really be paying attention to is this video right here that I'm gonna motherfucking play.
It's the end of days. You're gonna need the iron of Esav, which represents Edom, which is the West, Europe, and the Americas, to get intermixed with Ishmael, which is basically Arabs and Muslims. How in the world was this ever going to happen if not for this refugee crisis? At the end of days, you're going to have this intermixing between Esav, Edom, which is the West, and the East, which is the Muslims and the Arabs, making this through this influx into the world. They're going to have a far larger birth rate than the indigenous people there, and they're going to sort of conquer by number. And there are many different sources for this, where there will be many people killed and so on and so forth. So the idea of having these refugees come into Europe, it's no longer a matter of whether it's right or wrong. It's just simply a fulfillment of what it was meant to be all along. This is the fulfillment of the Chazal and the prophecies. This has to happen, and this is just another sign that we are nearing, the completion of this tikkun of the entire world.
But we know one thing, right? That when it comes to classic Rome, which is Europe, they're finished.
And you don't have to be a prophet or a great analysis for that. You have to open the TV or the internet and see that exactly what was prophesied then, that the sons of Ishmael are going to go and cause havoc around the world. So France is completely barbecued. England is next. Now half of Europe is completely half dead. Now look what's going on in America. So, now in a country near you.
Asking what's going to be with the Goyim when Mashiach comes. Will they be destroyed and annihilated? Someone asked, who cares? Okay. As a nation, they'll cease to exist, even as individuals. It's every individual, no survivors. Not only as a nation, they'll cease to exist, even as individuals. In modern terminology, they call it cultural genocide. They'll be annihilated. But they basically learn there's going to be cultural genocide. That the goyim as they exist as goyim, b'fnei atzmam, that's done with. Batul mavutul.
There it is, folks. That's what's coming. I know in America we've had a situation where it was black people versus white people, but obviously the immigration ordeal that we're having right now isn't by just happenstance to be happening right as it's happening right now. Of course not. What I presume is going to happen, as this person just said, as the Jewish person just said, probably going to have some Arabs come across the border, which they're already doing. They're going to view the whole 9/11, Iraq war. They're probably going to look at that and be like, America is the reason that I had to flee my country. So they're gonna come over here and be like, get as many folks over here as they can. Something's gonna happen. Literally anything, any fucking minor thing can happen related to Arabs or really anyone. Really, anybody that they can justify attacking for, right? And, well, once that happens, we're going to have a situation where it's France, except this time it's not going to be black people destroying their own places. It's going to be just a bunch of random Islamic and other country-esque people coming in and trying to destroy everything. Now, of course, the only difference here is we have guns, but at the same time, as you saw in that video, they also have guns. Where did they get the guns from? Doesn't fucking matter, because here we all have guns in America. So if Americans haven't realized it already, more likely than not, we're gonna have to start blasting them. And I am saying this because I don't give a shit. If that shit happens here, Americans have the Second Amendment for this exact purpose. And if you still, after the first time, after the 2020 Summer of Love, you haven't realized, hey, we know it's going to happen. We shouldn't allow it to happen again. If you still let it happen again, then I guess America was over, because the majority of people in the country, or the majority, like the majority race, I guess, to be honest, they're too cowardly. They're too soft. They've been they're just too soft. That's just what it is. The demoralized in the other sense of the word. Not demoralized in the sense of they have no morals, but demoralized in the sense of they have no ability to fight for themselves or actually be, more aggressive. They're just weak physically and mentally. So somebody's going to attack them and go like, oh no, don't attack me, instead of actually fighting back. And that's the problem. That's honestly, in my opinion, why the country is in the way it is, because white people are just too weak and they just allow this shit to happen. But of course, now if black people were to wake up and stop being such dumbasses and, doing dumb shit constantly, maybe we would have some, there would be some semblance of actually something going better. And it kind of does seem like black people are waking up for the most part, sort of. Not really for the most part, but, above a certain age. Now, the younger people are they're fucked because they're just stupid and dumb as fuck. But, the older generation, they're realizing it somewhat. So hopefully things get better and that doesn't happen. But sadly, in my opinion, I'm not sure how well that's going to go if this shit happens again. I mean, come on. If it happened once, y'all let it happen. If you're going to let it happen again, then it's kind of like, I guess y'all deserve it. I mean, y'all literally have guns. I mean, not in like New York or California, but I mean in the places that you do have guns. There better be like a bunch more Kyle Rittenhouses, except not in the sense of Kyle Rittenhouse, not shooting first. At this point, you just shoot first and just be like, we already know where this is going to go. Just end it. But that's just my opinion. I'm not saying. This is a clip from our podcast called The Oreyo Show, which you can watch live on YouTube, Rumble, and Odyssey. If you would like to watch these clips somewhere other than YouTube, you can also check us out on Odyssey, Rumble, or Player, where you will get more clips that we cannot post on YouTube. If you like what we are doing here, you can support the channel by joining our locals or Subscribe Star. Also, you can join our Discord server and keep in contact with us, as well as send us clips or videos that you would like us to talk about on an upcoming show. And don't forget to check the links down in the description to see what else we have going on. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.